Good day, everyone. In the news, there are two articles that I want to combine and speak about because I'm sure that it's going to really upset how you feel about our current government situation. And in the one article in News 24, it speaks about the pay hike that is going to be given to the GNU group, this beast of a government that we have, and the fact that they want a 4.1% pay hike, or are giving themselves a 4.1% pay hike. When the only jobs secured in our country is basically the people in government, as long as you pander to your party's whims and needs. And the other article speaks about the amount of millionaires or people earning over R1 million a year in our government. And the headline for that article says, and this is in Business Tech, South Africa is over 37,830 millionaires in government. And this is something that Davie Rood unpacks, an economist that speaks about just basic reality with regards to our economy. And he speaks here of the fact that in 2013-2014, we only had 10,000 of these R1 million a year salary earners in government. And by 2023-2024, which is 10 years later, we're at over 55,000. And this is based on stats that were given out. And then when they revised the stats, they came up with a number of 37,839. And, that's quite something. It says here that 28,343 employees earn an average of 1,080,000 annually, and then a further 6,754 employees that earn 1.23 million per year. I mean, that's 100,000 rand a month. How many of you earn that amount of money? And then 1,994 that earn 1.24 million a year. And at the high end of government, there's 631 government employees that get 1.74 million annually, and 117 that earn an average of 2.16 million a year. And the state salary bill for government employees earning over 1 million annually is 45.35 billion. So that's a lot of money. You can do a lot of work with that money. And what Davie Rood is saying is that the country does not see the benefit of paying that much money towards these public servants. And I want you to tell me in the comments if you agree with him. I certainly do. I've been speaking about the governance system that is the problem, and that is what we need to change, that within the system we will never get an improvement on this, no matter which party is in charge. We need to get rid of parties and elect our leaders directly. And I've spoken about this at length. The Zondo Commission recommended this. Thabo Mbeki recently recommended this. There's many people that are talking about the idea that we elect our leaders directly. And this comes from the evidence of how the system has ruined the country. And it's not just the people, because people in all parties fall prey to the same problem. The system making it possible for you to behave like a gang up against the country and steal billions and billions of rands. And I will give you a link to both these articles in the description below this video, as well as in the first comment. So go and look for it there. But in the other article, it says outrage over proposed 4.1% pay hike that could push GNU executive wage bill to 195 million rand. So here you will see that no one in the GNU is moaning and bitching about this, because they are benefiting from it. So you need to ask yourself, why is Auntie Pat, John Steenhuisen, and the Freedom Front Plus leader and all the others standing there with a big grin on their faces with regards to the salary increase? It is not an ANC government currently. It is a mush-mash. And like I said, the beast of a government, the GNU, that we are stuck with right now, and it's not going to solve our problems. And most people in the country through polls have said that they do not only trust the GNU, they don't believe that it can be successful. So system change, governance system change in South Africa will be forced because the people of the country are crapping off big time financially. And you know, when your finances are hurt that much that later the sheriff is at your door, you're struggling to pay your bond, you're struggling to pay for your car, and the things that you hold on to for longest, you let go of your Netflix subscription and many other things. And in the end, you are just working 9 to 5, trying to survive and not lose your car, not lose your house. Things change in people. And once those things change sufficiently, they will change the government. 100%. This has happened throughout the world without fail. So our country's people are extremely resilient to pain and suffering. We like pain and suffering. We like the drama to a point. But at some point, people will change how they feel about the torture they've been put through, and they won't pander to believing that the DA is going to solve their problems anymore. They will see that the Democratic Alliance and all the other parties are a part of the problem, and that you should support parties that want to change the governance system to one where we directly elect our leaders. It's only a starting point. It doesn't make the system perfect, but then you get to a point where you can elect leaders that can make decisions. Make decisions. Not like Cyril Ramaphosa that gallivants all over the world, spending our taxpayers' money, really enjoying it, and believing that we're a sovereign country. The man is delusional. The entire government of national unity is delusional. These people are delusional. They are living in a different world where they are getting pay hikes of 4.1%. And if approved, the salary increase would push the combined annual wage bill for the president, deputy president, ministers and deputy ministers to approximately 195 million rand. Cabinet ministers would earn about 2.8 million a year, while deputy ministers' salaries would exceed 2.3 million. That's almost 200,000 rand a month. Now, do you think these people are delivering services that is commensurate with that kind of salary? Tell me what you think in the comments. And let's see if they approve this. They normally do this over the holiday time, so everyone's on holiday, people aren't aware. This is the time, the season, where most laws are passed that they don't want you to see. Tell me in the comments how you feel about our government continuing to just rip us off. And remember, it's not just the ANC. Yes, the ANC will fall. It was planned that way a long time ago. The very people that put the ANC forward as the movement to take over from the apartheid government, those very people planned its downfall. They did it through a constitution that is as riddled with errors and severe problems for our freedom as you can imagine. That's why I want people to read the Constitution of South Africa with some insight and see the massive Trojan horses built into that constitution to take our freedom away one day, especially when this lot collapses. So make yourself aware, read the South African Constitution and understand how screwed we are with regards to our governance system. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing to this channel and liking this video and sharing it with your friends and family. Till the next video.